Hey, good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing? So, I am Mr. Gini, and we are here at the Street Rollers Saturday meetup. I'm going to call it the the fall Saturday meetup for the Street Rollers Car Club. And we're here in Woodstown, New Jersey. They also have a flea market going on here too. So, first things first, we're going to go and capture these beautiful cars here. Then we got a decent turnout. It's not a huge event, but again, that kind of allows us a little bit more time with the cars. So, going to go around, capture the cars, and then probably walk around the flea market a little bit. So, most importantly, let's capture these cars. So, first up, folks, check out this 55 Bel Air. Absolutely breathtaking color, the dark green. It kind of reminds me of the British racing green. I only say that because I literally just came from England and I was at the British Motor Museum and also at the Goodwood Revival, so I'm just thinking British green right now. So you have to excuse me for using the term British on an American car. So this, folks, this color is a green pearl metallic. It's not a British racing green. That was a joke, obviously, but yeah. And actually, the idea came from the owner's son, I believe, was going to get an Audi. And they got the inspiration from the Audi. Now, check out the flames on this. You know what I really love about these flames is that it's not really like extravagant, like where you might see on like some of the hot rods or some of the other resto mods where the flames almost like take away from the color. It's really subtle. So it kind of blends in with the car very well. And I think it was a Mako job, but they did a really nice job on it though. And look at that, you got the another little part of the paint there too. This is really nice work. And again, I hate when the sun just doesn't allow me to do the car justice. Maybe this side's a little bit better so you guys can just kind of see. So let me see if I can pan it from here. But yeah, just stunning. I just love the dark green. I love how the flames kind of go with the car. Now let's grab the interior. If anyone saw the movie Christine, when Arnie Cunningham first saw the car, the doors were open, almost like the car was inviting him in. So you kind of get that same vibe here, even though we kind of have to prop the door open. But anyway, let's grab the interior. So I'm gonna, yeah, these seats, these are actually the original seats. So can you actually imagine back then? Look how luxurious and look how plush the seats are. And of course, you have to love the interior. You have to love the dash of the Bel Air. I mean, it's well before the implementation of the plastics, when the regulations changed. And then, look at the door. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit on the door over there. The inside of the door, just look at the details on the door. Yeah, the Bel Airs have always had beautiful interiors, and the 55 is a standing example of the, detail orientation of Chevy. And I like how you have the side exhaust here, and you have the chrome rims there. And then check it out, he's got the blanket here too. Check out the blanket my man's got here in the back. That's cool. Look at that. So the owner has just made my day. You know why, folks? Because guess what? I'm going to make all of you guys envious of me. I'm going to sit inside this beautiful Bel Air.
You want to hear it?
Oh, yes, I would love to hear it, yeah.
Take it out of here. Good, just push it in there. Okay, turn it. You're going to hear a buzz. Wait. Okay, go ahead. There you go.
Oh, man. I can just feel the envy from my viewers right now, and I haven't even posted the video yet. Oh, wow. Just wow. So real quick, while I'm still in the car, I just kind of want to go over the details. Look how you have kind of right on the glove compartment, you have Chevrolet written on there. And then look at the old school radio. Check that out. And you also have the Chevy badge on the radio. And he's got some of his, some of more gaugery down here. And then you got your climate controls very close to your, very close to your start, to your ignition. And then of course you have your speedometer right over here. So just a very beautiful design by Chevy. And I love this gear. Check out this aggressive looking shifter here. So really nice work, and so great to be sitting inside this awesome Bel Air. I just want to point something else out, folks. So this piece over here, this piece is not the original piece. This was found in a junkyard. You can't find this piece anywhere else. So, and the owner was able to grind it down. Look how close it looks. to the original. It's very, very close. I know the sun's a little deceiving, but check that out. So again, the stainless steel part on the passenger door is not the original part. The owner had to do that himself. So really good work there. Check out this pickup. Look at the black striping on the hood. So yeah, look at that. That's a sweet looking pickup there, folks. Like that blue, and I love the slicks in the back too. Before we get the interior, most importantly, blue balls. Ever get those, folks? Blue balls? Look at that. And now I get the back, and I kind of want to get the slicks. I just love the slicks on this truck. Oops, excuse me there. And then we're gonna go. Oh yes, look at that. It's very 80s to me. And ooh. So the owner definitely put his own statement in there. So that definitely is not, you know, OEM. I'm gonna have to ask the owner about that. But yeah, look how 80s and retro this interior looks. Very, very nice. And I want to pan out again because this is a really, really nice pickup, folks. So I guess this was an 85, a 97. This is a 97, folks. So I'm gonna go back and get that interior again. So this interior is a 97. How the hell did I guess 80s? So I guess I've been pretty good with my cars, but this one I really muffed it up. So a 97, folks. So before we get any other cars, I kind of just want to do a general pan. So I'm just going to walk down the street just so you guys get an idea, you know, of the showing here. So again, it's not a huge event. But I think what makes that really good is that, you know, you can just kind of be a little bit more intimate, you know, with the cars. And we're going to get some more detail to these cars, but, you know, we can be more intimate with the cars. And you can talk to people too. It's not like, you know, Carlisle where it's freaking massive and you have to go and double time it to get footage. There's another 55 over there. And you also have, you know, have a flea market. You have something going on here, so we can kind of walk around a little bit. Also a very nice day today too, so just a good day to be out. I have to wake up early for this, but again, it's worth it. It's just a nice event here. We'll finish off here with this Buick LeSabre. So now that we are down at this end, we'll start off with this beautiful light blue Buick LeSabre. Look at this. Look at the color and look at the artillery style wheels. And you notice how you have the LeSabre badge just on the front there? Oh, look at the front. Look at those lights too. Beautiful. There's a gorgeous Buick badging there. And I'm gonna see if I can get my thumbnail for the video here. Oh, that is gorgeous. This is what I love about the LeSabre. I just love how you have those three kind of stainless steel, you know, trim elements. And you have that on the side too as well, on the back rather. Let's get the interior. Ooh, very beautiful. Look at the blue and look how plush it is. Wow. See, I just love how the manufacturers are able to distinguish their cars from the other manufacturers. Like this is purely a Buick. Look at that really imposing speedometer there. You know, just going left to right. And then you have a LeSabre badge. Oops, right on the glove compartment area. Just an absolutely breathtaking interior. Just so vast and so just imposing. Next up, check out the slicks on this beautiful blue Chevy Nova. And it looks like it already kind of has that almost fastback muscle design in the back. So it kind of looks like maybe this is kind of influenced by the Mustang, because the Mustang did really set the tone. And look at that front there. Wow, just so like late 60s, early 70s style. And we'll keep going here. And now let's grab the interior. Woo, look at those seats. Look at those like real racing style seats there. Leather interior. Wow. That just emanates pure muscle. Just look at this whole black dash here. And then just you have the speedometer there. It's just very simplistic. This pure, just there is nothing pristine about this. This is pure like aggression and pure like just, you know, imposing and pure muscle car vibes here. Absolute stunner, folks. How rude of me, folks. I did not get the engine bay on this Nova. So now I'm getting the engine on just Nova. There we go, perfect. And then right next to the Nova, we have a Chevelle. And you know what's funny? I hate to say it, folks. I always mix them up. I always mix my Novas and Chevelles. I hate the fact that I do that. But both cars just have that pure muscle car vibe to them. And the fronts look similar, but you can tell they're different. You can tell that they're different here. One big difference here, you can kind of see you have these two like side lights over here on the outside of your main light. And then of course you have the SS badge over there. So maybe that's one way you can kind of differentiate between the Novas and the Chevelles. Oh, grab the interior. I just love the black. You know, it just has a more sinister, aggressive, muscular look. Ooh, look at this dash. So very different from the Nova. Still, it still has a purely muscular vibe to it. Nothing at all like the Bel Air where it's more pristine and more kind of, you know, this is just pure like muscularity. And you have the gauges that are kind of recessed into that whole like manifold there. So again, this is a very, very different vibe. This is a purely like kind of muscle car vibe. Just very sporty, very aggressive, and very powerful. Beautiful, folks. And now we're getting the engine of the Chevelle.
You got it, man. John, we think you got it, bro.
And now we have some Mopar representation. Folks, check out this Plymouth. Look at that two-tone on this. Look at that. You almost have like the bronze and the white. That is absolutely beautiful. And even some parts of the engine are matching the bronze on the hood and on the roof. So I'll get it from this side too. But yeah, this is an absolute stunning vehicle, folks. There's your engine. Ooh, look at the seats. So we know it's a 39. So this is a 39 Plymouth, folks. Look at those plush seats. Woo! That is such a beautiful dash. Check out the gauges. Check out that really nice looking manifold, that stainless steel manifold on your dash. That is just beautiful. Oh, stunner. And my man here chilling out, being patriotic. Definitely having a good time inside this 1930 Chevy. And this has got to be the oldest car I think I've seen here to this point. A 1930 Chevy. Look at that in the blue. And this is almost giving me nostalgia vibes from my trip because I saw a lot of like pre-World War I cars. I mean, this is not a pre-World War I, but you know, I saw some cars that were kind of like, you know, really, really old going back in the day when I was abroad. And yeah, I just love that color. And I just love the cars, the pre-World War II cars. They're just beautiful. All right, engine bay, then let's grab the interior. My man chilling out there. Ooh. It's cool. You almost have a really just nice combination of just vintage and sport. I mean, you have the gear, you have the you know, the stick, which makes the interior look more, you know, aggressive and racy. But then you also have that, you know, that manifold, the stainless steel manifold that gives it the vintage look there. So really nice. Now that is probably the coolest decal I've seen. That is a mean looking rod, but it's not the rod. This is not a rod that we're going to be focusing here. This is a 55 Bel Air, another 55 Bel Air. Look at this one. Look at this Bel Air. And you got that good old bird / plain hood ornament there. So very different from the other Bel Air we saw. The last Bel Air did not have the hood ornament on it. This one does have the hood ornament on it. And this one definitely has a very different look. The white and black, I think, gives it definitely a much more aggressive appeal. And now let's get the interior of it. Yeah, look at the seats here. Ooh, this is way different. Wow. Look at the dark green on here, man. And you have some other like paint elements on there. So very interesting interior, folks. Definitely has a much more like just authentic vibe to it. We have ourselves an Impala. Look at this. Almost like a matte blue Impala. Look at that. Stunning. You just have to love the design of the trim work on the side of the car. Let me kind of go pan out here a little bit, see if I can get a better shot of her. Ooh. Yeah, Impalas are always just breathtaking cars. I love these vintage badges. on these older cars. And a very, very beautiful front grille. Very simplistic, yet very imposing. And now let's grab the interior, folks. So we're gonna walk up here. Ooh, and I always love how they have that badge right in the back seat, right kind of straddling the middle of the back seats there. Ooh, yeah, you always have to love the interior of the Chevy Impala. Very beautiful car. Wow, look at that, folks. Interior of the Chevy Impala. So one last element about this Impala I want to point out is the back. Look how you have those wings here. So this very interesting design element by Chevy with those two kind of wings on each side there. And then you have those three lights in the back. It's just so cool how all these classic cars just distinguish themselves from each other. Now check out this beautiful Ford Thunderbird, folks. Look at that cream color. I mean, that is breathtaking. And the shape of this car is breathtaking too. Again, just kind of right around the time when the cars were being made much larger and more imposing. There's a beautiful, gorgeous front. You have to have the engine bay. You have to have the engine exposed on your beautiful, gorgeous Thunderbird here, folks. And then now we're going to grab the interior. Let me walk around here a little bit. Look at the shape of this car. Just breathtaking. Now let's go and grab the interior. Look at how you, and notice this, look at how you have the, look at how the chassis kind of raises up on each side towards the, each of the seats. That's a cool design element there. And look at those seats. Ooh, my goodness gracious. You have a, it's funny, look at how huge this dash is. And look at how much it's recessed. So this is kind of, this Ford Thunderbird is really making a statement there. And then check out the gauging you have right over there. You have the clock right in the middle, the wipers, the washers, and then look at all the gauging you have over right on the driver's side. And then you have your console over there. This is a really beautiful dash, folks. There's nothing simplistic about this. This is really complex and just, yeah, this is a really intricate design here. Then, ooh, I forgot the most important thing over there. He's got the die-cast car right there. But wow, what an interior! And I just love how the chassis, the parts of the chassis raise up right where the seats are. That's really cool. Now I got to pan back out on the car because it's so beautiful. But what a breathtaking Thunderbird, folks! Whoa! Now check out this Oldsmobile. I mean, I was totally getting Bel Air vibes when I first saw this car. But it's so good to see GM represented here. So definitely William Durant making the statement, even though I know Louis Chevrolet is turning in his grave right now, but who cares? Yeah, this is a car you just have to capture from all angles. This Oldsmobile 88, just a beautiful, beautiful car. Now let's grab the interior. So I'm gonna go and walk up. There's the 88 badge. I love the dark green and light green two-tone on the car. Wow, look at the seats. Look how much room there is in the back. And look how plush these seats are. Oh, I just love the design of the upholstery. Ooh. Notice how you have the two-tone on the dash too. And you just have two ovals there. You have an oval for your speedometer over there. And then you have an oval right up where you would have a glove box, but you don't. And you have like the Oldsmobile and you have some stars on there. That is cool. Maybe we can grab it from the other side. But what a nice looking dash and what beautiful upholstery. What a nice interior. We'll go and get it from this side here. So that's why I wanted to show you guys. Check that out. It's almost like you have a multiple concentric ovals inside this kind of manifold, for lack of a better term. And you have the stars and you have the Oldsmobile on there. Oh, what a cool design there. And also, I didn't even notice you have a lot of knobs right by the steering wheel. So a very driver-focused car. Very cool driver-focused design in this car here. Lovely. Ooh, check out the El Camino in a gold. Man, that is stunning, folks. The El Camino. That Chevrolet badge and what looks to be, I'm guessing, an 80s Oldsmobile. It could be late 70s. I'm going to guess it's got to be somewhere in the 80s. Let's grab the interior and take a look. Oh, man. That looks very 80s to me. What do you guys think in the comment section? I believe this is like an 80s Oldsmobile, but I look how driver focused it is. Look at how you have this sort of this manifold over here, totally on the driver's side, separating everything else from the rest of the dash here. So it looks like it's very driver focused. I'm going to guess somewhere this is an 80s El Camino. Now check out this Chevy Impala. Yeah, look at the front grille. My goodness, is that gorgeous and menacing looking. Let me see if I can get a perfect shot from the side there. Also with the American flag in the back. And look at the wheels too. You kind of wonder if this has an adjustable suspension on it. So I'm going to pan out on her to get a better look. Yeah, I love this color. I love the color. I love the wheels. I love the statement this car is making. So I kind of definitely get lowrider vibes from this car. And again, I wonder if there's an adjustable suspension on it. If I could find the owner, I'll go and ask. And check out the badge on the back here. This is very different from the badging we saw from the earlier Impala. And also just the side trim here is also very different too. Breathtaking. Now let's look at the interior. Ooh, my goodness. Look at that. It's got a sound system too. But yeah, I just love how you have, look at how you have the badge, the recessed badging in the middle. The seats are just beautiful. Look at the design of the upholstery. You have kind of the buttons on there, and you have like, it changes at the bottom there. Oh, wow. My goodness. Look at the size of that molding. So, yeah, so definitely Chevy almost taking advantage of the new regulations of having the molding on here. And it looks beautiful. It's almost, this is, you know, imposing, but also just elegant. And look at how you have the speedometer, and then your other gauges recessed in that piece of molding there. Look at that. And then I love how you have you have like the buttons on the seats too. Check that out. Yeah, boy, the Impalas are just absolutely beautiful. Nice interior, folks. Look at that. You know, I just love it when people spread truth. That is absolutely true. And check this out. Boogie shoes on this absolutely beautiful Camaro that we're going to get. Look at these slicks, man. Look at the size of the slicks here. And then let me show you something else here. Check this out. You kind of even sort of have the matching air inlet cover there. And I just love the trim on this. Look at the striping on this. Actually, this is very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen striping on any car before like this. So this must be some custom painting on here. Look at how you almost have like that Z. It kind of comes down and then it Z's off, and then it kind of goes along the bottom part of the car. That's really interesting. That's a cool design. Let's see if I can get my favorite shot ever. There we go. Oh, look at that front. My goodness. Looks like a late 70s Camaro to me, folks. What do you guys think? LT. And I love how you have the design on the hood and how the hood is raised up. Definitely makes the car look more aggressive. And we're going to go get the interior of her now. Ooh, I just love the maroon color on this. Look at this. What an extravagant interior. Oh my. Oh my goodness. This looks like one absurdly fast car, folks. Oh, look at the retro door handle. Check that out. Look at that. You have like the retro window handle and the retro door handle there. That is so cool. What a gorgeous interior. And then lastly, folks, check out these wheels. Man, those are some freaking racy looking wheels there. And I'll get one last shot of his beautiful Camaro. Wow. Check this out, folks. This person is not playing around with the rubber duckies here. And that's not it. You got some more on there. There's more traditional rubber ducky with the Halloween hat on there. And you got one over there. Look at that. Wow. And that's not all, folks. Check that out. Look at all these duckies and what have you all along the front inside of the car. The Jeep, sorry. So most importantly, let's get the Jeep. Look at this Jeep. Look at the color on this. Ooh. I think Jeeps always look really good when they have some kind of like really extravagant color. This is like a darker color, so it's perfect. You know, it gives a Jeep like vibe, like, you know, a bit of extravagance, but it still looks like it's still like a dark enough blue that it looks like kind of, you know, like a menacing Jeep basically. The hand decals on the side mirrors there, that makes a huge difference, I think. Oh, cool interior. Look at how you have some of the blue elements in neutral color. Oh, that's cool. That's really interesting interior. And you got the flat screen over there. Okay. Oh, look at the knobs there. This is kind of cool. And then most important, look at that. Got the open roof there. That is freaking awesome. This is a straight up Jeep, folks. I'm gonna pan back out here. But just one thing, other thing I want to point out, I do love the hand decals on there. It's just one other element, just kind of adds to this Jeep. So very, very cool, folks. And we have ourselves another Camaro, folks, which I'm guessing is somewhere from the 70s. Look at this. Yeah, I just love the white Camaros, and then you can do what you want with them too. Look at you have the black colored hood there. I can't even talk. And look at the wheels on this. Check out the red brake calipers, and then check out the how was it the black and like silver on the wheels there. It makes a huge difference in the car, I think. It really does. I mean, I think it just gives this car its own statement, because if you didn't have those, it would just change the whole statement of the car, I think. But those are some really cool wheels, folks. Those lights are so cool. And I gotta get the front of this again. Wow. I just love the front of this car. Boy, look at how menacing that front looks. My goodness. It just says you better get out of my way. And you have the vintage door lock there. Whew, look at that interior. Wow. Black. Ooh. Oh, I love that molding on there on the, look at how you have the gauging recessed, and look at the size of that stick too. So right, nice work. Do you have some of your more looks like OEM elements over here, but then this part here definitely looks like it was modded up to look more like, you know, spoiler and aggressive, but just such nice clean work done here. Look at the door too. I love the door. Look at how, you know, I don't want to say luxurious, but it kind of does with the leather on there. It actually does look like, it's a very interesting interior. Very clean. I just love the black. Beautiful, beautiful. And we definitely have some Halloween spirit being reflected in this Scat Pack Charger here. Ooh, in an orange. Look at that. Oh, that is lovely. Let's walk around this, folks. Look at the lights there too. It's just so cool how like the cars have just changed over time, because I've seen a lot of the, that might be a good thumbnail. Look at that. This guy's a little private about his interior. I don't see why he would be. Beautiful, gorgeous seats there. Go Mango. Very cool. Yeah, look at that interior. It's so cool to see how the interiors have just changed over the decades. But beautiful. I love those seats. Very nice. Now this is a mean looking Camaro. Look at this Camaro, folks. My goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that color. And check out those stainless steel elements on the hood. I don't think I've ever seen that. Or if I have, I haven't seen them too often. Man, look at that. But this Camaro has such a beautiful stance to her. I just love the wheels. I love the size of the tires, the slicks in the back, and I love that color. Now let's grab the interior, folks. Again, I just love the black. They go so well with the muscle cars, you know. Look at those seats. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at how the dash is angled back. And then look at the, oh my goodness. This is one of the most imposing dashes I've ever seen. Talk about sporty. Look at how recessed the gauging is. Now we've seen recessed dashes before, but I don't think I've seen one quite this pronounced. So this dash really sticks out to me. So this is probably definitely one of the most really properly represented dashes for a muscle car that I've seen. Check it out, folks. We got either a C4 or C5, I'm guessing. If you guys know in YouTube comment section, please let me know. In the comment section, that is. If you guys on YouTube know, please let me know in the comment section what model vet this is. If it's the C4, C5, C6, I don't think it is. I think I'm going to guess it's a C4, but I could be wrong. Honestly, when they first came out, I wasn't very fond of them, only because I was so stuck on the C3. The C3 had a much more like exaggerated body, and I felt this was just too refined for my taste when this came out. And now I absolutely love them because they're so like retro and vintage. Oh, look at those seats. Oh, look at the back over there. That is so Corvette there. Look at this. Oh, look at those leather seats, man. Ooh. And look how different it is. It's a complete different design from your C3. Look at that. Look how driver focused it is. So boy, it just shows how much Chevy changed up their design with the C4. Of course, they had an extra year to do it because I think 83 didn't have a Corvette. 82 was the last C3, I believe. And 84 was the, you know, assuming this is even a C4. But anyway, I digress. And we have another absolutely sick-looking Camaro. Boy, look how beefy and imposing this Camaro looks. My goodness gracious. And no offense to the Camaro owners, the ones that have the newer Camaros, but it is very difficult for Chevy to really recreate, and they probably weren't trying to really recreate this older Camaro, because you just can't do it. It's so hard to do. This is gonna always be a special car. My goodness. And look at the black striping kind of towards the front. I think that makes a huge difference. The black goes really well with the red. Now let's grab the interior. Oh, check out those seats. My goodness. What material is that? That's different. Ooh. So again, so different from the other Camaro, because the dash isn't quite as imposing. It's still beautiful. Look, is that wood there you got? Look at that. You got some wood elements on there. You got wood on the console over there. So very interesting dash work here. Then check that out. I think those are your climate controls over there. If I can get them right over there. So still really beautiful dash here. And a very beautiful, very interesting interior. Interesting seats too, especially. And then check this out on the side of the car. That's cool. Just these little small details that really make a difference on this stunning Camaro here. And you just have to love it when the car's dropped. And you're gonna see why. Look at this. Oh, look at this beautiful piece of work here. The Chevy Malibu, my goodness, it is so gorgeous dropped. Oh, check out these lights. Those are some cool freaking lights. I would love to see this at night, but look at that front grille. Wow, boy, the Chevy Malibu, look at that. Breathtaking car. And you know what, folks? I didn't even notice how the back wheel is recessed. Look how recessed the back wheel is. That's something we saw a lot of when we were in Myrtle Beach at the Run to the Sun event. We saw a lot of cars that had that style, that had the back wheel recessed. But yeah, look how recessed the back wheel is. You can see the red brake calipers too. It looks like the same brake caliper styles, same type of brake calipers that was on that Camaro we saw earlier. There's a Malibu badge on here. And let me pan back out. I'm going to grab the interior real quick. Let's get her. Ooh, look at the beige seats here. Wow. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Look at that big piece of stainless there. Wow. It's interesting. It says it's almost like taken from a Chevelle, so it looks like the owner definitely did something with this, because then you have the Malibu badging, so that's probably the OEM, and I'm guessing he may have taken this piece from the Chevelle and put it on here. But what nice work. Smells nice too. Almost smells like a new car in here. But wow, look at that interior, and I just love the upholstery. And we have ourselves our first Mustang. Don't think we've seen a Mustang here yet, so this is the first one. So owner's gonna start her up for us. Hey guys, so this car definitely had some work done to it. It's got the colder intake, it's got Roush catbacks, it's putting out about 70 horsepower more than the 300 stock that it has, and you guys heard it, so it definitely sounds very potent. So it's definitely a quick car. And then look at the decaling or painting on the side. That's another cool design too, something I've never seen before. You kind of have the silver going up against the black, and that shape is something I've never really seen before. Check that out. I just love all these cool little details that these cars have that really just make them stand out and set them apart. Oh, look at that interior, man. So I believe this is a 2008. And there's that interior. So you have the recessed, you look at how recessed the gauges are. So it kind of is kind of harkening back to some of the older days, but again, a much more like modernized dash here. And look how big those vents are too, like the air vents too. So it's almost like, you know, they're trying to change some things up there too. Look at the stick over there. So wow, it's just really cool to see what a difference like the 08 is compared to say like something from the 70s or even like 60s or what have you. So last thing I'll say about this GT, this has a 4.6 liter engine, 2008. And the 5 liters, I believe, started, the owner mentioned 2012. So again, YouTube, just correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, this is, I believe, the 4.6 liter. So check this out, folks. Again, I'm thinking this is another C4. Again, you guys in the comments section, please let me know what you think. This Corvette, I think, is a C4. And again, I just did not like them when they first came out, only because I was just so hung up on a C3. It was kind of similar when the Lamborghini Revuelto came out. A lot of us were like, yeah, you know, because we love the Aventador so much. It was the kind of same thing with the with the C3 Corvette. We love the C3 Corvette. We saw a C4 come out. I'm like, what is this? It's kind of refined, isn't it? But now I love it. Now it's just like, you know, it's just a piece of history, and it's just, you know, it's got its own style, and I love it. Check out that door handle. Yeah, I don't think this is a C4, to be honest with you. That door handle looks a little more kind of 90s actually. Ooh, check out that seating here. This actually does look like something from the 90s to me. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is different. Man, very different dashing here. Yeah, I don't know, folks. I think this is something from the 90s. This might be a C5. Again, you guys in the comment section, please let me know what you guys think, what year this Corvette is, and if it's a C4, C5. I'm guessing now, I think it's a C5 is my guess. Well, folks, I was way off. This is an 84. Well, at least the license plate, this is 84 on it. I can't believe it, but this is an 84, so it's a C4. It is not 90s at all. I'm kind of off on my cars today, folks, but yeah, that's apparently what the license plate is implying. This is an 84, and I could swear that door handle looked like it was from the 90s, but anyway, that's what it's saying, 84 Corvette. And what a way to finish off with a 1955 Bel Air, and then look at that, red and white. This to me is like the prototypical Bel Air. Look at that, folks. Wow, just breathtaking car. Now I just want to hold that shot there. Oop. Sorry, folks, I'm going to hold that shot with nobody in the picture frame and with the American flags in the background. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to pan it down like that. Yeah, Bel Air's just absolutely beautiful cars. This is Sandy's car, so Sandy Chevy definitely stole the show with the Bel Air, and Sandy, you have certainly stolen the show with your beautiful Bel Air in the red and white two-tone. That is absolutely beautiful. Now let's grab the interior. Yesterday's Chevrolet. Look at the plush seats. Look at how much room there is in the back, and ooh, yes. What a way to finish off, folks. Look at that. You just have to love the interior and the dashing on these Bel Airs. It's absolutely beautiful, folks. Okay, folks, we weren't quite done yet. How can we forget about the group car, the official Street Rollers car? Well, I'm only saying that because it's got the Street Rollers sign here. So if you guys don't know, this is the Street Rollers car group, and they meet up here, you know, in Woodstown, New Jersey, and it's a great meetup. You guys definitely, if you love your cars, you definitely love your older cars, you definitely have to come to one of these, definitely one of their meets. And I believe this is the Ford Econoline. This looks very much like a patina-ized Ford Econoline, and she is beautiful. Love the shape of this. So, you know, again, you guys in the YouTube section, if it's not a Ford Econoline, let me know, but I believe this is a Ford Econoline. In any case, it's a beautiful van. Hey YouTube, so even though I actually did my wrap up earlier, I just saw this beautiful Nova over here that I have to get. And look at this neutral color. So this might be the first neutral color car that I've seen here. Look how stunning she looks. So this Chevy Nova, look at the chrome rims on her. Oh, this is a stunning car. Let's get the interior now. And again, you just look how aggressive and menacing. The black looks just pure, emanates pure muscle car. Look at that. He's got the flat screen in there. That is cool. So what is that called? Is that called an anagram? I can't remember what the word is, where basically you have something out of place in time. You guys in the YouTube comment section, if you're better at English lit than I am, maybe you guys know. Anyway, back to business. So look at the dash there. You have the rectangular dash, and you have a, you know, speedometers going left to right, and you have a very, you know, get a very just a very sporty and muscular looking dash. The black definitely adds to the muscle car vibe you get from this, but oh, stunner. And look at that grill, man. And I actually like getting the car from this side away from my crappy Explorer. But look at that. That's, man, I could even make this thumbnail. Who cares if it's the only car? But yeah, Chevy Nova, beautiful, folks. All right, everyone, we are going to now wrap it up on this beautiful Saturday at the Street Rollers Fall Meet here in Woodstown, New Jersey. And, you know, I was really glad to come out here. I had to wake up early, but it was great to come out here and see. It's just a nice representation of cars. And, you know, this is not like a huge meet, like, for example, like a Carlisle or something like that. And I think the advantage of that is you just get to spend more time with the cars. And more importantly, you can spend more time at the event. I can actually talk to people and hang out and actually look at the cars myself instead of just filming them and everything for you guys, which I certainly don't mind doing. It's very important to capture these cars and get them, you know, get them out there on YouTube. But anyway, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Bistragini. I provide car content. I cover classics. I cover customs. I cover exotics. I love going to these local events. I also travel, you know, worldwide as well. I just got back from England, and I made a number of videos. If you go on my channel, you'll see the Goodwood Revival event in Chichester, near Chichester, UK. And I also went to Auto World in Belgium, which was an amazing museum, had a lot of amazing classics, including American classics too. But anyway, hey, if you guys enjoyed the content today, go ahead, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.